What's going on, guys? Checking in today with another unboxing type review. We just got the new Pred LZs in, so we're going to show you those. Got these in a size 9, which is my size. Just got to try these guys out a little bit. We're bringing you guys the colorway for these guys, at least, is they call it Ray Green, Black, and Electricity. So let's open them up, see what we got. Alright, so put that back there. And bring these right into the forefront. There we go. Alright, so right off the bat, really cool looking shoe. Really cool looking boot. The green kind of blends nicely. They kind of have that metallic green, and they call it Ray Green. But it's kind of that metallic-y green with a lighter neon-y green throughout here. As you go, you see the 3 Adidas stripes, and they got all the lethal zones, which are the normal kind of protocol for the LZs, obviously. Got the Predator on the back. As far as kind of the sole plate, we'll talk about all these features in a minute, kind of just showing you the overall, just the overall kind of design of the shoe. Really cool looking shoe. It's honestly, for me, it's the coolest LZ colorway that they've come out with. It's really attractive looking boot. Right off the bat, 8.6 ounces, so they are pretty light, not super light, but pretty light. You get kind of the feel of a synthetic, but it's not super thin in the sense where a lot of times with F50s you kind of get that feel like it's almost like paper thin. These have a little more substance to them. As far as the upper, they have what they call the SL rubber Predator technology with the 5 lethal zones. So these guys, we've already been over the 5 lethal zones, so I kind of won't bore you with the exact names of each one, the drive zone and the pass zone and all that stuff. But zone in here, you got in the forefoot that kind of grittiness. It's almost like that, almost like X's they have going on. You got the outer, you got the inner right here. So they give you the 5, what they call the 5 lethal zones. Just kind of a gritty finish for each part as you go up, and then there and there as well. This is the last guy right here, right in there. So they do give you the 5 lethal zones, obviously. Very kind of gritty rubber finish on these. They feel a little bit different than the other LZs. I kind of like this a little bit better. It feels like it felt on the ball that it had a little more kind of just a little more grittiness, a little more grip on the ball when you were striking. I got to hit a couple, so I didn't get to demo these for a super long time, but kind of enough to see. It felt like it was a little easier to learn how to strike a ball. I don't know if any of you guys had a problem with the first LZs, kind of learning kind of the tricks of the trade as far as the lethal zones and just hitting the ball, how the ball reacted, and you can knuckle it a little bit. These are a little bit almost smoother, but still very sticky, so they still have that stickiness with all the lethal zones throughout. But as far as those are concerned, that's pretty much the main part of the boot that they're really trying to kind of drive home with you. I mean, you can take it for what it's worth. It's a little gimmicky. I think it's kind of cool to have that kind of gritty top inside and all the inside and kind of just giving you that little extra control on the ball. As far as what you're getting for the actual upper of the shoe, the actual material, where you're getting what they call the hybrid touch that they developed. It's a super soft material that's kind of a hybrid between leather and synthetic, so it's basically just a synthetic leather. So it's really, I mean, they kind of give it fancy names, hybrid touch or kind of Adidas's synthetic leather. Well, it's just a synthetic leather, so it gives you the benefits of a leather. It's a little more, obviously, more substance, like I said, than some of like the F50s and other boots you'll find. So they give you the synthetic leather upper. They give you the 5 lethal zones on the upper as well. As far as the lining, you get the Nubuck Touch heel lining, so you get a very soft heel. I thought the heel cup was pretty comfortable. Honestly, it's very high, as you can see, so it has a pretty high cut on it, but it holds the foot pretty nicely. One thing I noticed about these guys too, when I was trying them on, very tight on the width. They're not super narrow, but they were tight on the width. I didn't feel like they fit my foot very well. Obviously I have a wider foot, so it's a little different. If you don't have a wider foot, it doesn't apply to you, but a little bit narrow in the front, so I felt a little too snug of a fit. And as far as the insert, what you get, let's see. Obviously Predator right there, control the ball, they have written right there. As far as just the insert that you get the pre-molded EVA sock liner with additional anti-slip EVA inserts in the back. So basically what that means in normal terms is you kind of have a little almost like stickiness. You can kind of feel it. And then if you go here, you don't feel it. It's that stickiness, and it's supposed to kind of hold your foot in place a little bit better, which is cool. Not super padded, nothing really too fancy about it, but that is a kind of a cool feature. It's a little stickier in the heel and kind of in the outer right here, as you can see. So it gives you that kind of little extra stick, hopefully to keep your foot in place a little bit nicer, which is also very very beneficial for sure. As far as what you get for the bottoms, My Coach compatible, obviously, which all Adidas boots, high-end boots are. You get the Traction 2.0 stud configuration, so you get the same studs pretty much as the F50s and other top-end boots from Adidas. It's basically the same exact studs, a little bit different. These studs feel a little longer, and they are a little longer actually if you want to take a look at them. So they're pretty long, to be honest with you, comparatively. They're a little longer than like an F50 stud. One thing you guys want to notice, just kind of a little kind of side note, I don't know if this is just me but this stud right here kind of had a lot of stud pressure, to be honest with you, on the outer of my foot. It was really uncomfortable, to be honest with you. I'm not saying this is going to happen with all LZs or to you guys. It might just be my feet because they're wider and it just didn't fit quite right, but this stud out here you should be beware of if you have kind of an outer foot issue, or if you tend to have problems with that outer part of your foot. This stud did have a little bit of stud pressure, and it was pretty uncomfortable, to be honest with you. So again, not bashing the boot at all, but just so you guys know, little stud pressure on this thick outer stud, on one of the bigger outer studs on these guys for sure. And that's pretty much what I got for these. Obviously, we've done the LZ reviews for the actual each lethal zone and all that stuff, and they're kind of gimmick as far as that's concerned. However, it's a good boot, though. It's a very, very good boot. Like I said, it didn't work for me. I have a little bit wider foot, so it's not super kind of in my wheelhouse in that sense. It's not a boot I would definitely go with just because of the fit alone as far as the toe box, but definitely a quality boot and a very, very cool design as well. It's a very, very kind of cool colorway. It's definitely, I think, the best colorway that they've come out with for the LZs so far. So I hope this helped, the unboxing and review of the LZs. Again, guys, for the contest, keep sending in all your scores for our kind of Facebook predict the score Champions League final contest. Twitter contest winners coming up very soon. Next couple videos, I promise. And until next time, guys, we will talk to you soon. Keep giving your comments, feedback, questions. Let me know what you thought of the video, and we will be coming at you with a lot more stuff soon. So until next time, guys, I hope you're well, and I'll talk to you later. All right, take care.